3, 2. Hi, YouTube.
You are listening to the only show where a former police officer, alongside a current law school student, tackle politics, the legal system, and corruption. The show, known around the world as Qualified Immunity.
Ah.
Oh dear.
What?
You're just really happy. That was weird. I didn't like that. Oh, okay. Never mind. I know why. I forgot momentarily about what just happened.
Yeah.
Are you going to say it? Or just...
I'm enjoying the moment.
Okay.
But the Dodgers are going to the series. The Dodgers are going to the series. The Dodgers are...
Okay.
You're not a sports guy.
Not really. Is that it? Like you're
Yeah,
done?
that's all.
Oh, okay.
I don't have anything else to say to that. However, I don't generally feel self-conscious.
Okay.
Unless you're watching me watch sports.
Okay.
You just give me this look like...
Yeah.
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 Because for anybody that doesn't know, I am a die-hard Los Angeles Dodgers fan.
And Lakers.
And Lakers. And I'm not totally sold on an NFL team from LA because the Rams. Anyway, it's a long story.
Yeah.
That's a long story. That he's just gonna look at me and be like, "Start a sports podcast and shut up."
As long as it's not me, I'm fine.
Like you don't want to be on a sports podcast?
No.
Why not?
I would literally just sit there. Like I don't have anything to say. I don't know. I don't care.
You don't want to talk about the ERA over the past 4 seasons, 3 out of which the Dodgers made it the World Series, and the ERA goes sky high, and nobody can figure out what the hell just happened?
What's an ERA?
Exactly. Earned run average. Oh, good lord. Oh my god. How do you not... Never mind.
We had this discussion earlier.
I don't get it.
We had this discussion earlier. I can tell you about strategy for
Jeopardy.
Quiz games. Jeopardy, yeah.
And I'm like, the strategy to win Jeopardy is to answer the most questions right.
Yes and no. I mean, you want to do that, but...
I don't understand why they don't start from the bottom. Like, I would go for all the money first.
That's part of strategizing. If you already know what the category is, you start at the bottom. Now, if you don't know, if you read the clue for the topic for the category and you don't know what that's talking about, you don't start at the bottom because you'll miss it.
Oh yeah, they take like.
If you answer incorrectly, they take money away from you.
Oh yeah.
The other thing is, like, there's Final Jeopardy. There's a lot of strategy that goes into that. Like, you have to know like where you are, like in relation to the other players, and obviously if it's a runaway, you can't. Sorry, I'll stop. Yeah.
You start talking about this, I'm going to start talking about shifts in baseball.
Okay, let's not do that. What are we actually here to talk about today?
This is the fun part. You never know what we're talking about. And some days I decide, like, during the day, I'll pick, like, 3 topics by noon, and then it's whatever window browser's open in my head at the time. Like, my people that know me personally will wholeheartedly agree with this. I have 19 windows open in my head. 9 of them are frozen, and nobody has any idea where the music's coming from. Like, it's just... And I've never done meth. Like, but there's some people like...
Still not convinced myself.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome.
There's a lot of people like, are you on drugs? And I'm like, no, but have you tried DMT? It's just one of the... Here's the trick. 2 weeks from now,
Oh, okay.
in roughly 2 weeks, roughly 2 weeks from now, we will figure out who, quote unquote, the most powerful man in the world is going to be
Or woman.
for the next 4 years.
Okay.
There's no way.
It would take a miracle.
It would take more than a miracle. I just watched four straight baseball games 4 days in a row. That was a miracle. What they just did was basically a miracle.
Sounds like you don't have a lot of faith in your team.
Not down 3-1. I'm a statistics guy.
Okay.
I want to say 3-1. Teams being down 3-1 is 3-1 in any series in the playoffs has happened like 88 times. I want to say it's 88. Only 13 or 14 of them have ever won. Like statistically, it's impossible. Like it's not impossible, but it's close to it.
Okay.
That being said, Joe Jorgensen winning President of the United States is less than 0.1%. Like I don't know if anybody's ever ran that statistic. Somebody out there has to, because there's plenty of guys that are obsessed with statistics too. But you were coming, like, as much as I want to see Spike Cohen as Vice President of the United States, just so Johnny Knoxville and Jackass comes to mind, and I'm just like, oh my god, this would be amazing. Because could you imagine another world leader saying, "Hello, Mr. Vice President Spike," like hashtag Spike the vote? But
Vice President Cohen.
Eh.
No.
He's a libertarian. He'd be like, just call me Spike. But you get this moment of like, as much as I want it, as much as we've talked about it, and as much as paraphernalia that we have, Joe Jorgensen paraphernalia laying around everywhere, the likelihood of JoJo winning more than a state. Now, I would really be interested to watch if JoJo wins a state and Trump still gets to 270 or Biden still gets to 270. Like that would just be interesting to me.
One of my libertarian friends did ask me the other day if I was ready to get blamed for the election. I mean,
blame me. I don't give a shit.
every person that votes third party is going to get blamed on November 4th or whenever they.
Because you know what my entire rebuttal to that's going to be. I voted for all three major parties. Let me think. I'm almost convinced every person I'm going to vote for beyond a local level is going to lose.
Probably, yeah.
There's
I don't know about that.
what?
I don't know about the representatives race.
Uh,
I think that's going to be close.
I'm sorry, I'm voting for you.
That's a lie, and you know
Congress?
Congress. Oh, okay. Sorry, I forget you're not.
Yeah.
in that
Oh
district.
no, if I was in that district, I know who I'm voting for.
I keep forgetting that you're not in that district.
Yeah, I'm on
sorry,
Congressional
I'm sorry.
District 5. If I was in that race, or in that district, I know who I'd vote for.
Who's even running in your district?
The guy that's been in there for 30 years and then somebody else.
Who's the other guy?
I don't know. Probably the same guy from that little town up north that runs against him every 2 years.
Democrat, Republican,
Democrat.
Democrat. Well, opposite of Republican.
There's a guy, I don't know if you know where Medford, Oklahoma is.
Oh, I'm curious. I'm wondering if I know this guy.
The guy that runs against Frank Lucas every
Yeah.
2 years for a long time until I got out of politics, lives in Medford. And he's a Democrat and he runs against Frank Lucas every 2 years. Like literally when I was campaigning up there in 16, they're like, yeah, that's the guy that runs against Frank Lucas. I think it's one of those. According to my wife saw a Frank Lucas ad somewhere and I'm like, that's odd.
It happens occasionally.
But why would you spend money on ads? Like, that's such a safe congressional district, it's mind-boggling. I want to say his name's Frankie Robbins. I don't remember.
Zoe or Zoe? Zoe Ann Midyat?
I know that name. I don't know why I know that name. Huh. Maybe it's That's why he's spending money.
Born in Tucson, Arizona, that actually increases our chance in Oklahoma, I think.
Yep. If you're born and raised in Oklahoma, don't run for office.
Horse, livestock, and feed store.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Know who that is now?
Yeah. She lives down like Luther or something.
Mm,
She's basically in the metro, just Luther, Wellston, or Jones. She lives out there.
I'm trying to remember which district Jones is in.
Like it's that fine line. It should be in 5, and it's not in 5. It's in 3 because Oklahoma gerrymanders the hell out of everything. Okay, let's get honest here. Every state gerrymanders the hell out of everything. This is not like it's not some secret that everybody gerrymanders everything.
Which, in my mind, just makes it even more insulting that Steve Russell lost. I mean, he should be embarrassed by that.
But you know the backstory behind that, right?
The fact that he didn't do anything.
He didn't want to run again. That was the story. That's the story that's gone around since he lost that race. Is that he actually didn't want to run again, but didn't give anybody enough notice. Like they didn't. Like it was one of those filing day came around and somebody's like, "Are you gonna go file?" And he's like, "I don't know."
That's not what I heard.
That he didn't like. He didn't know if he was gonna go file, and like, we don't have anybody else to run for Congress here. Like that was the conversation I was told happened.
Sorry, I'm reading about Zoe and Midyat.
Yeah.
Midyat? I don't know how to
I don't
pronounce
know how
that
to
name.
pronounce the name either. That makes sense though.
Oklahoma City Feed and Seed Store.
Yep. That's why I know that name. Hi, she lives in Luther, Jones, or
I'm trying to find
Wellston.
her. I don't know if her address is actually on here.
Okay, Craig's looking something up again.
I'm also getting easily sidetracked here.
That.
Moved to Oklahoma in 1996.
What?
There's this one line that always comes up in Oklahoma elections. Probably comes up in every election everywhere.
What?
Like, every single time. It's getting to be so cliche. It's not even funny anymore. But I'm not a politician.
Yeah, I can see that.
Everybody says that.
The primary was canceled?
What?
Oh, because there was no. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen it wrote in as the primary was canceled.
True, I've never seen that either. National Reining Horse Association.
Mm-hmm. Rural Range Democrat for U.S. Congress.
Are you on our website?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, contribute.
Already done there.
That's so interesting. She's just, like, it's just interesting to me. Like, she's actually like giving it an actual run for what? Like, that's interesting to me. Oh yeah, she's gonna get wax.
Why?
She's got Facebook has 619 people like it. Elfland County Democrat Party?
Frank Lucas, for this election, has raised and spent.
Oh my god, this is gonna be good.
He has raised $780,000.
He he's raised that?
He has spent $739,000.
Wow. Wow.
According to this website.
That's not
Which could be wrong. But,
wow, that's crazy. If we were just trying to figure out what Democrat I'm voting for, I just like her page on Facebook.
so you've made up your mind?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, considering that you only have 2 options, or 3 if you're me.
Garfield County Democratic Women's Club.
They have one of those?
Oh, last time anything got posted was February 18th, 2017.
Huh.
No, 2 hours ago.
Oh. I'm surprised they have one of those.
U.S. House District 2. Holy cow, where did they get that poll from? Huh.
District 2?
Yeah.
District 2 is...
Markwayne Mullen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And according to this poll, he loses.
Who's running against him?
Daniel Lanier and Richard... I strip his last name all the time. Castaldo? He's libertarian.
Okay.
According to the poll they posted yesterday,
Who's winning?
the Democrat.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting. Wow. That's really interesting. I'm going to like this just to watch the cluster. Dude, when did the Democrats in Oklahoma actually get organized?
The Democrats in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Around 20... I'm trying to remember.
Like Garfield County Democratic Women's Club, Noble County Democrats, Democrats of Texas County, Kyle County Democrats, Stevens County Democrats.
I think that started somewhere around 2016, actually.
Wow.
Because I remember 2014, and there wasn't much of an organized presence.
Because I'm like, there was never, like, when I was chair of the Garfield County Republicans,
Yeah.
there was never any.
Well, and things always start in Oklahoma City and move out. So.
Wow. Like, we didn't. I don't know where she's from. I know she's from out there somewhere.
I'm having trouble finding any federal election commission paperwork for mid yet.
Mid yet?
Yeah.
She probably even raised 10 grand.
Is that the
That's the threshold.
for federal elections?
Mhm.
Okay. It's been a really long time since I worked on a federal election.
Well, I mean, we had a friend of ours run. That's the only reason I knew about.
True.
That's insane. That's really interesting. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen who are not from Oklahoma, that we just got lost down an Oklahoma rabbit hole. Huh. Like, if she wasn't a Democrat.
What?
If she wasn't a Democrat, she might.
Who?
Mid-yet.
Oh.
Wow. Who's on my ballot? What? What?
Whenever you're ready to get back, to
I did,
stuff that everybody else cares about.
well, it's one of those catch-22s of, do you think the blue wave's coming?
Was that a 2018 thing or a 2016 thing?
16. 18. Because it was in reaction to Trump.
I mean, I wouldn't call it blue wave. I think Trump wins the presidential. I don't know. Kendra Warren's race is going to be close. Are we talking about the Oklahoma blue wave or just like
Anywhere. Like, well, okay, here's the thing. If Kendra Warren wins re-election, there is going to be a blue wave. In my opinion.
I don't know. I'm not saying she's going to win. I'm saying it's going to be close. And I think that's probably true everywhere because Donald Trump has performed reasonably well economically.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 people running for president on the ballot in Oklahoma.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Okay, who are they? Because that's probably they're probably going to be on everybody else's ballot too.
I can tell you one of them's not. Anyway. Donald Trump,
Okay.
Joe Biden,
Okay.
Brock Pierce.
I'm not sure who that is.
Me either. Jade Simmons. Joe Jorgensen. And Kanye West.
Brock Pierce is an American entrepreneur and former actor known for his work in the cryptocurrency industry.
Snowball's chance in hell.
Yeah, he's not.
Jade Simmons. No shit, Sherlock.
Who was the next one?
Jade Simmons. J-D-E Simmons. S-I-M-M-O-N-S.
Jade Simmons is a 2020 independent presidential candidate. Simmons launched her campaign. Thanks. Is it Simmons or Simmons? Simmons. Simmons is a classical concert pianist,
I can see that.
art presenter, and art entrepreneur.
Yeah, that looks about right.
Okay, this article on Wikipedia, somebody needs to proofread this, please.
There are 6 people running for president of the United States on our ballot in Oklahoma.
Okay, we've got Jade Simmons, Brock Pierce, Donald Trump,
Biden,
Joe Biden,
JoJo,
JoJo,
And
and
Kanye.
Kanye West. Who is Kanye's running mate?
Michelle Tidball.
Why doesn't it sound familiar?
Because Kanye West is running for president of the United States. Are you kidding me? There's 5 people running for Senate. There's a libertarian running for corporation commissioner. Wow.
Apparently, Michelle Tidball has described herself as a biblical life coach who once said in one of her teleconferences that she doesn't, quote, watch news.
Okay, you're about to be a lawyer. I'll ask you this. How many judges are you going to retain?
None.
Knew the answer to that.
I want to say, and I could be wrong on this, in Oklahoma there has never been a judge not retained.
I want to say you're right.
I think that's right. I could be wrong. I do have some interest in criminal defense, the criminal appeals court. I'm not retaining any of those guys. I can tell you that. There's nothing they could do to change my mind.
Oh, but why?
Because their decisions suck most of the time.
I didn't realize there was an actual race for corporation commissioner.
Oh, who's running? Whose seat is it first?
Todd Hyatt's.
Todd Hyatt. Oh, I did know this. Todd Hyatt, and who's running is
Todd Hagopian?
Hagopian.
Yeah. Hagopian. Hagopian?
I don't know.
He's a libertarian.
Well, maybe I should vote for him. I don't know. Todd Hyatt's a nice guy.
There's no way Todd Hyatt ever loses a race.
Yes, he's not. Todd Hyatt's not losing, so I don't feel, I'll be able to vote for anybody in that race, one way or the other.
I didn't realize there's a libertarian running for Senate.
Against
See, this is.
against Inhofe.
Yeah.
See, this is what you were gonna say something.
Hey, this is what irks me about the Libertarian Party. They're so disorganized.
They are, which shouldn't be that surprising.
It's not that surprising. I guess it's aggravating because it's one of those, and I get it. You get a bunch of people who are wholeheartedly concerned about individualism, trying to come together for a cohesive.
There's also the thing about stripping on stage. I don't.
Yeah, you're never gonna change that. That's the biggest problem right there. But that turned it's you have to get a bad taste out of a lot of people's mouths when it comes to the Libertarian Party, because the very it's not even that. It's the other side of Libertarian Party. What is the first thing people will think of.
You're a real libertarian, is what I think.
You're not. Yeah, that's the other
Somebody
thing.
said that on Twitter the other day, and I said, as much as I agree with your statement, this is the most libertarian thing I've ever
Yes.
heard.
You're not real libertarian. You don't believe in this. The problem is, you say libertarian, and the most famous libertarian, sadly, is currently in prison.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he is.
I keep forgetting about him.
That's the awful part. That's the thing. As knowledgeable as Dr. Jorgensen is, as likable as she is, as presidential as she is, the most
She's the best educated one running for president right now.
100%. She's the most sane one running for president right now. Out of what I
That's not saying very much.
yeah, okay, it's not. But Joe Exotic is the most famous libertarian anybody's ever gonna. The libertarian that had a big cat deal.
Oh, you're talking about him. I thought you were talking about McAfee,
No,
who is, I think, also in jail right now.
isn't he in jail in Spain on murder charges?
I think he was arrested in Spain. I don't know where he is.
If he ever gets out on bail, he'll never see me again. Just
But, but you're right.
ask the people in Chile.
I'm sorry, you're right.
Joe Exotic
Yeah.
is the most famous libertarian out there, and he's a total moron.
I think we should have him on here as a guest.
No.
No?
You realize my disdain for Joe Exotic.
I mean, I'll interview him. I've actually met him before. He's crazy. He's fun. And actually, he's not.
How are you going to interview him from prison?
Get him on the phone. Have you not seen the video calls that they do?
No,
No, he's done interviews on video calls.
I cannot stand Joe
The
Exotic.
video is horrible quality. But
Yeah, it's in a big concrete building.
I'd interview him though.
I wouldn't. Like, I don't like him. Like, he needs to not ever get any press ever again. And the Tiger King was the worst thing to happen to the Libertarian Party ever.
I don't know. There was one catchphrase that was just perfect for libertarians.
You're not that gay,
No, not that one.
or you're not that straight, whatever.
I'm a libertarian, so technically, fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you saw that episode.
I didn't. I saw the memes. The funny part is the feds the one who put him in prison. I can't with Joe Exotic. I never have. I never will. He's the worst thing that ever happened to a major political party ever. What?
I'm just
Do you not play something that's copyrighted?
okay. That's fair. I won't do that.
I don't need another nasty email from Apple.
Oh, did you get an email from Apple?
Yes, because
Oh.
supposedly our intro song is copyrighted, but I had to prove I had permission to use it. And
Is it? Do you have a license?
no, it's not copyrighted. It's literally on
Oh, no, it is copyrighted. I mean, sorry, this is legal doctrine that you don't care about, but it is copyrighted.
okay.
You might have like a license to use it.
I don't know. It's on a free sound site
You have a license.
or a free driver site that I can, if I ever actually get my act together when it comes to this, I can have sounds in here.
Oh,
Yeah.
fancy, big time.
Doo-doo-doo.
Can you do the Jeopardy?
I'm pretty sure I'm not paying for that. I'm pretty sure that would cost a lot of money. A lot of money. Guarantee you more money than Joe Exotic has raised for governor.
Probably. Raised or spent? Those are two different things.
Raised. Raised. Oh my god.
I think I have Joe Exotic branded rolling paper somewhere.
What? The entire world now thinks you smoke weed.
I don't.
I know, but
It was a choice between that or the condoms with his face on it. And I decided to go for the rolling paper. I think he signed it too. Like I got him to sign it because you know I collect autographs from politicians.
that's not a politician.
Politicians, celebrities, it's all the same to me.
That's not even a celebrity.
I don't know. He
Joe
had,
Exotic is the most
had his own TV show.
celebrity politician who has mental. Like, Joe Exotic has more mental disorders than Donald Trump and Joe Biden combined.
Okay.
I just
Disagree. But
I
whatever.
hate Joe Exotic. Because now, the other side of that is, too, well, the damage to the Libertarian Party is bar none. And the second you tell somebody you're from Oklahoma now, did you ever go to Joe Exotic's place?
I do want to go. I saw that.
Carol Baskins owns it now.
Yeah, I saw that she's like selling stuff now. I don't know what she's selling, but
I don't understand why. I didn't pay attention to that court case. I don't understand how she ended up owning that. Whatever.
so if you get some crayons, I'll explain it to you.
Should I get some crowns?
Crayons.
Why?
I'm probably gonna have to draw you a picture.
Oh God, it's that complicated?
No, it's just you.
So who are you voting for president? Kanye?
Oh yeah, definitely Kanye West. Oh yeah.
I can't wait to see the final ballot numbers to see how many idiots actually voted for Kanye West.
I don't know. I'm probably not voting for Kanye.
I mean, I'm voting for Dodo, but okay. I mean, we kind of talked about it. This is one of those. I want you to make this prediction. Are you going to know who the next president of the United States is on November 3rd or 4th? Early out.
It'll be at least November 4th because they won't finish that up before midnight.
I think it was like 12:30, 1 o'clock when they called it 4
in,
years
in,
ago.
in 2016.
Yeah.
I think so because I stayed up for that.
Uh-huh.
That was. I'm not a Trump supporter, but that was a fun election to watch.
Yeah, it was. That was amazing. Like, that was one of those. That was amazing to watch the reactions, dude.
Because if you remember, Trump was pulling way behind,
It was one of those.
far behind. So far.
You and I had talked that week, and it was one of those.
Hillary's probably going to win. I remember thinking-
We were trying to choke down the phrase "Madam President."
I think I remember like the day or two before I was at your house having dinner with you,
Yeah.
and we were talking about Hillary Clinton being president.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump wins, and it's like, holy cow! Where did this come from? It's like, what timeline is this?
Because you and I had played the whole to 270 game,
Yeah.
and it was like, he's got to win this, and he's got to win this, and he's got to win this, and there's no way he carries those 3 states and wins Florida. And then he carried those 3 states plus 2 more and won Florida, and it was like, what just happened? Because at that point, and I think 2016 broke the narrative for me of polls are accurate.
Oh no, yeah.
Because there's no way, statistically, there's no way if the polls were accurate, Donald Trump overcomes. I want to say it was a 10 to 13 point deficit in the polls and exit polls.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too that nobody talks about. The exit polls had Hillary winning by a landslide.
Yeah.
By a landslide. And there's conversation that going on to this day that Donald Trump didn't actually want to win.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, who's going to answer the exit polls? It's probably not going to be Republicans.
There was a theory though that a lot of people who voted for Trump on an exit poll said they voted for Hillary. Like, people were ashamed that they were voting for him. I'm just like,
Well, I remember in 2014, I was working on a statewide race here in Oklahoma, and we were talking about polling numbers, and somebody brought up, in 2012, so-and-so was polling like at 11%, and at the election, he actually got 40%. And when I heard that, I thought, polls aren't always accurate.
And then Donald Trump happened,
And then 2016 happened, and I thought, holy crap.
Yeah.
Like, guys, how do you mess this up? Like, how do you mess it up this bad?
That's always been my question. How do you mess it up that bad? Because it's like right now, Biden's 10 points ahead of Trump everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, if you look, it's everywhere.
And you and I both know.
I don't believe that.
The space there cannot be that much. Like, the margin is not that large. It can't be.
even if you say there's a plus or minus 4, because generally it's 3 or 4,
Well,
you're still talking about a true lead of at least 6 points, and I don't believe that.
if they're saying that he's 10 points above, 10 points ahead, and the margin of error is potentially 4 points, I mean, they could theoretically be within 2 or 3 points of each other.
That's a true 6 though, and there's no way. I don't believe there's. I'm not sure this doesn't end up in a court case because of mail-in ballots, and I'm not.
It's happened before.
Well, hanging chads. But that runs through that whole idea, and it's a very interesting question that comes up of going. I don't know why my nose, like I've got an itch, like on a
Really?
Don't. I know what you're
Okay,
gonna say.
never mind.
Do not say
I
that.
won't say it.
No, I was not doing coke before the episode.
I wasn't going to say it.
But that's
It'd be cooler if you did.
It'd be cool. Drunk and disease free. Thank you. You know what that phrase is from.
No. Sounds familiar. I should probably know that. I do know that, don't I? You're not even going to say it. Okay.
Tinder. That's
Tinder.
You know the app?
Yeah.
Tinder?
I know the app. I mean, I don't use the app, but yeah. I know.
We know. You have a farmersonly.com account. You don't know that you have a farmersonly.com
Yeah.
account, but
I mean,
you get some pretty interesting hits.
please tell me I don't actually have one
It's
of
the
these.
best $20 I spent.
Oh my
$20 a
gosh.
month I've ever spent.
You paid $20 for that?
I've thought about it. I haven't done it
Oh my
yet. I really
gosh,
thought about
Brett.
making you a farmers only,
Please don't.
and then for Christmas,
Oh my god.
giving you the login and a
No.
and you just have all these direct messages and matches. Like, here, you couldn't do it on your own. Go to this website, log in. Here's your password.
The last
That would be
couple,
the greatest practical joke ever.
the last couple of months have been so nice being banned from certain social media sites. Like, it's been a really nice vacation. When I was in college, I signed my roommate up for Craigslist personals.
That was the Tinder before Tinder.
Is Tinder that bad?
Yeah.
Because the personals on Craigslist were, there was a couple weeks where I would read those for entertainment.
Yeah, and I'm over here trying to set you a farmers only account up so you can like actually find somebody, that meets your needs, and you send people up on what used to be the biggest open air hooker site in the internet.
Some of the stuff I used to just go through the Craigslist personals for entertainment because it was like, oh my gosh, you cannot put that on the internet. Like, you can't. No, please, no.
Oh yeah, you can.
Like, you can, but nobody should be allowed to put that on the internet.
Okay, Mr. Let me guess, Karen, you want to make a law about that?
No, I think Craigslist should just institute policy. There are certain words you shouldn't be able to say. Because
I don't think I've been on Craigslist in 5 years.
I've been on it to look at cars in the past year and a half. It's gone downhill.
Well, yeah, because Facebook Marketplace happened.
Yeah, which is quite a bit better. That's probably what I miss the most about Facebook.
Well, if you wouldn't have been such a political radical, you would have gotten banned from Facebook.
I'm not going to respond to that.
Okay. Fair enough.
Because you know why I got banned.
Yeah, dude, it's hilarious. Because I didn't get banned.
It wasn't just political.
No, it was asinine and stupid. And every person involved in that should have known they were going to get banned.
Yeah.
Like, I read through some of those comments and I'm like, oh my god. This is like sedition.
We tried to filter out a lot of stuff. Like, we were banning people left and right from the group.
That blows my mind because half the crap I saw in it, I'm like, oh my god.
We hit 10,000 members in
24 hours?
Not 24 hours. It was like 2 or 3 days. When you get 10,000 members in 2 or 3 days, it's hard to stay on top of stuff.
Yeah. Because you need 10% admin, and
They're talking about coming back, by the way.
where?
Facebook.
Dude, yeah, how?
I don't know. Life finds a way.
Oh my god. This is what I think would have been funny though. Is granted, it came and happened and went so fast. I think, and I'm not a lawyer, however, I think there was a case for a lawsuit there.
Whatever.
It would set precedent.
You could set bad precedent too.
I'm just saying, there was a case for a lawsuit there. Violator of community standards. Okay, prove it in court. Because you know what I'm saying, like.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
There's just,
So Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Joe Jorgensen.
there's a case for a lawsuit there too. Like 2 of those people should not be president.
Intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Yes. Yes. The funny part is all the Trump people, and we did this talked about last episode. All the Trump people have such a hard on to think they're going to win, and all the Biden people have such a hard on to think they're going to win. And you were 2 weeks away, and nobody has any idea who's going to win.
I mean, the libertarians know who's not going to win.
Us.
Yeah.
I just us.
It's actually a big relief not having to like worry about it.
Like I'm pretty sure. I was just looking at my sample ballot.
Practice ballot.
Yeah.
Gotta practice filling it in. Oh, don't mess this up.
What's the?
Don't use a Sharpie.
Let's see. All these races. Yep, I know I'm gonna lose that one. Yep, I'm probably gonna lose that one if I vote in that. I might not vote in that.
Well, I should look at my sample ballot.
Yep, I'm gonna lose that one. I don't know if I'm gonna vote in that one either. And then all the judges. Like I literally don't think I'm gonna vote for a winner. Ooh, I forgot about state questions.
Oh yeah, I need to read on those.
We're going to
Yeah, I know. 805 and
814.
814. 814 is the one about TSET funding.
Yep.
Yeah. And 805 is punishment for felons. Is it felons?
It's criminal justice reform.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, you can't be charged repeat. You can't be charged. They're trying to change it to where you cannot be charged as a repeat offender.
Oh yeah, that's what that was. Do you want to talk about it?
Because I don't know how. I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
Okay. I mean, I don't either.
Unintended consequences. That's going to be the problem with 805 is unintended consequences.
Straight party voting.
Dude, people do not ever straight party vote.
No.
That drives me insane. Like, that absolutely drives me insane.
I'm trying to think who I would actually end up voting for if I did that. I don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. Well, there's not a libertarian in that race, so that won't work.
It gets rid of, what 805 does is basically get rid of enhancements. That it just.
I also I don't know how I'm gonna vote on 814. I'm kind of torn on that one.
Because it's TSET?
Well, I hate
TSET.
I hate TSET, but I also hate the legislature, so I don't know who I'd rather have in charge of the funding.
Who do you want to have this money?
Can we just have a vote to
Abolish TSET?
abolish TSET and just have like a stimulus check from all that money? Like that's what I really want.
That would be like a $20,000 check per household.
Yeah. That's what I really want.
Because
if
you're not in Oklahoma and you don't know what TSET is,
it's the Tobacco Settlement Endowment Fund or Endowment Trust.
Yeah, because TSET in Texas is actually like who controls our law enforcement.
Mm.
There's like TSET and TCOLS, and in Texas it has to do with law enforcement.
And if you're in Oklahoma, you probably know TSET does nothing except on election years they run a lot of ads.
Like they do nothing. They absolutely do nothing except put up billboards and raise money.
I actually think that they hurt the chances of people who are trying to quit, I think, because they do a lot of advertising for products that don't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
It,
805.
okay. If you're trying to quit smoking or whatever, vaping is actually the easiest way to do it. I've talked to a lot of people that vape. They said they quit smoking doing that, and they're actually on their way to quitting vaping.
Huh.
The gum, the patches, none of that works because it doesn't have enough nicotine starting off.
I can see that. Felony sentencing in Oklahoma. Oklahoma, the district attorney may seek an enhanced, longer sentence for individuals who are charged with a crime within 10 years after completing a sentence for a prior felony conviction. 805 would get rid of that.
In English.
Oh, in English? If you do something really stupid and get convicted and sent to prison for more than 5 years, and you get charged again after you get out, the district attorney can ask for the sentence to be enhanced to twice the first time minimum sentence, up to life in prison.
Twice the minimum sentence.
Yes.
Okay.
So if the minimum sentence is 5 years, the district attorney, if this is your second offense, can look at me like, I want to enhance this, either prior offender / repeat offender on the second time, and if you have 2 prior felonies upon the third time, it can be enhanced up to 3 times the minimum sentence that would be given for the first time offense. So it's a cluster that could, if Oklahoma pulls this off and does this and it's done right, you could drastically start the cycle of criminal justice reform, which I think Oklahoma's doing a decent job on. However, there's a lot. The problem with these state questions is there is a lot of things that are not clear in them. There's a lot of vagueness in these, and the legislature uses that to their advantage. And it's so do the court systems. It's like when Oklahoma basically ended the drug war here 4 years ago.
Yeah, but was it the medical board? The legislature and the administration fought that tooth and nail the entire.
No, that was 788.
Was it 788?
788 was the weed law.
Okay.
780.
780 was
the all hard drugs, simple possession's a misdemeanor.
No, the medical board, the licensing for marijuana. The medical board tried to screw that up over and over.
Yeah, like they tried to screw 788 up. That made medical marijuana legal in Oklahoma.
Yeah. But
like possession of coke, heroin, whatever, possession of any of that is a simple misdemeanor in Oklahoma now. The problem was State Question 780, when it passed, made it go from a felony to a misdemeanor for possession of any narcotic up to trafficking weight. However, and then 781 was supposed to take all that money that was supposed to be used to incarcerate these people and put it into rehab and mental health facilities, and that money's never gotten there.
Shocker.
This
is the Oklahoma budget. I mean, that's just the way it works.
It's just one of those unintended consequences kind of thing.
No, I wouldn't call it that. I'd say that somebody's...
No. When they, like, the people behind 780 and 781...
Yeah.
Thought, like, they had the intention and had the...
Yeah.
That, okay, we're going to legit take a Portugal model to this.
Right.
And instead of putting people in prison, we're going to put them in rehab, and we're going to get them rehabilitated and change addiction. And they're trying to make it the model for the country.
Yeah.
Which probably would have worked.
Yeah.
If it had been followed through on.
There you go.
However, it didn't, and now we're sitting here 4 years later. Nobody knows where the money is. What?
Can we talk about whatever these ridiculous symbols are on this ballot?
I mean, I know what the porcupine is.
Hedgehog, not porcupine. Hedgehog.
Hedgehog, whatever. What's like a porcupine?
What? Okay. Republican symbol is what? An eagle?
An eagle.
With some arrows?
Yep.
Democrat symbol is a rooster?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know, because
those are supposed to be elephants and donkeys, right?
Because one of them wants you to vote for an Eagle, one of them wants you to vote for Sonic, and one of them wants you to think you're voting for a cop.
Sonic.
What?
You just had to use that word, didn't you?
That's literally a talk.
I'm really tempted now. If it wouldn't invalidate my ballot, I'm really tempted to actually like draw that on my ballot now. Right?
It just why? Most of your ballots gonna be blank anyway.
That's true. Except for those judges, I'm voting no on all.
Oh my god.
And the state questions, I'm actually probably gonna vote for those. Those are the ones that I always.
Are you gonna vote for anything? Are you gonna vote for any race that's not presidential?
I'm gonna vote in the presidential one. I need to do some research on Senate. I don't know who I'm voting for on that one.
No way.
What?
You don't know who you're voting for in that?
For Senate?
Yeah.
There are 5 of them running.
Uh-huh.
One of them I'm not voting for. I mean, I can tell you that.
You vote for the same person I vote for, and I'll be bored.
I'm not voting for her.
I know.
Representative.
I just gave away what race I'm voting Democrat in.
Representative, I don't know if I'm going to vote in that one. I'll have to do some research on her.
That's the one and you know me, I vote in everything.
I know.
I don't know if I'm going to vote in that one.
I might not vote for that one. I need to do some research on Zoe or Zoe or whatever.
There's a libertarian running for Senate too.
I know. I don't know anything about him though.
Yeah, me either.
I'll have to read up on him.
And people get friends of mine get mad at me because
Is that one?
that was one. Yeah,
Oh, wow. You made it a long time.
I know. Friends I have friends that honestly get mad at me because you're hurting the party if you don't vote for the party. And I'm like, the person.
If you want me to vote for the party needs to nominate people that are worth voting for.
Well, okay.
Which
I think I had this conversation with my wife, and I was like, the problem you run into is people have their head up their ass.
Yeah.
Until November.
Yeah.
Until October, November. Well, I don't like either one of them. Why can't we get somebody good running? And as people who have ran for office before, and one of us was dumb enough to do it twice, you look up and you're like, okay, 4 times.
There you go.
I lost twice. You look up and you're like, well, who'd you vote for in the primary? Oh, I don't vote in the primaries. Well, I was there. I can't tell you that. I had a conversation with a guy one day, and he had no idea I ran for office. And he's like, you should run for office. And this is literally.
Been there, done that.
No. I'm talking 2 weeks after the primary. And I don't remember. I think it was in Walmart. The guy's like, you should run for office. And I'm like, I have. He goes, really? He goes, well, what'd you run for? And I told him, I was like, I ran for state house. I lost the primary 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, I didn't know there was an election 2 weeks ago. I would have voted for it. Dude was in my district.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, most people have their head up their ass until October, and then they want to run and whine and cry. We don't have any good candidates.
If you don't show up for the primary, you can't complain at the general.
No, you can't.
And I will routinely show up to primaries and actually not vote for anybody. For president, I think I actually did vote in 2016 in the primary, but I didn't vote in the general because there was nobody in the general that was worth voting for that I thought.
I voted in the general.
I know you voted for Gary Johnson Bush. I don't know. Looking back, I don't know if I should have voted for Gary or not.
But it goes back to the same. Granted, I walked in there thinking Hillary was going to win no matter what.
Yeah.
But I knew Oklahoma was always going to go Republican, at least for the next 10 years, at least, when it comes to presidential elections. Therefore, 7 electoral college votes are going to go to Donald Trump. If 90% of Oklahoma did not vote, Donald Trump would still win.
True.
It's just a fact. The trick becomes ballot access gets restricted if libertarians don't maintain.
Yeah.
And they're growing.
If you're voting for a Republican or a Democrat in Oklahoma, you actually are wasting your vote.
Well, and well, if everybody doesn't vote, if 90%.
Yeah.
Hey, look, okay. I don't know if that statistic's true. Look up the 2016 general.
What information?
I want to know the difference in votes. Like, how many people voted for Donald Trump? How many people voted for Hillary Clinton? And how many people could have not voted for Donald Trump and he still won? You know what I'm saying?
In Oklahoma?
Yeah, in Oklahoma. Because I bet Texas is pretty close to us, too.
I don't know about that source.
Just run off Wikipedia. You don't have to be 100% accurate.
That's what I was looking for, but it didn't come up on the first page.
That's weird.
I know, they always come up on the first page.
Huh.
2016. Load. Oh, for crying out loud.
I'm just saying. I bet it's probably 100,000 people at least could have stayed home, but Donald Trump still wins.
Okay. Let's see. Votes cast Oklahoma 2016 U.S. presidential election. For Hillary Clinton, there were 420,000 votes.
Okay.
For Donald Trump, there were 949,000 votes.
So legitimately,
Yeah. Electoral votes, do you want to know who got them?
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Because we're winner take all state.
You want to know how many votes were for Gary Johnson Bill Weld?
Yeah.
83,481. Less than 10%. Less. Oh my gosh.
What?
Okay, so you have 1.4 million votes.
Yeah.
1.4, 1.5, and 83,000.
Yeah.
For
But here's the problem, though. Most of those people, like, most of the 83,000 that voted for Gary Johnson in 16,
yeah.
Every single Republican would look at them and be like, well,
you wasted your vote.
You wasted your vote. You wasted your vote. And the other side of that is this, too. You can split it 50-50. I just run it and go and split it 50-50. Out of 83,000, I'm going with 80 because it's easier math. Well, ish. 41,000 roughly. 41,500, split it in half, say 41,500 people voted for Gary instead of Hillary. And the same amount voted for Trump voted for Gary instead of Trump. So even those 45,000 or 41,000 that would have voted for Hillary, and this is just rough, guesstimates. I personally think a lot of people voted for Gary, took votes away from Donald Trump.
Mm.
But say that 41,000 people, and it was 50-50, don't vote for Gary and go vote for Hillary, and 41,000 people don't vote for Gary and go vote for Trump, it still doesn't change the damn election. It doesn't change a thing.
If you take 400,000 people out of the Republican side of the equation, they still win.
They still win. So that's why I say 5 states actually elect the president of the United States.
Yeah.
Like it's roughly 5 states. Now there's some movement in there, but it's still. I know the phrase is, vote bold, vote gold. It's not bold. It doesn't matter. Outside of ballot access, they're gradually gaining ground. They're gradually gaining ground. Yeah, because your candidates suck.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, your candidates suck. And the flip side of that is, and I cannot vote in this race. However, Stephanie Biesinger-Horn. I cannot vote in that race, but that being said, and I said this to somebody in the primary, and they didn't understand it because there's just a lot of people didn't like her. I like Stephanie Biesinger. However, I don't know exactly how old she is, but she's not that much older than I am. Which makes her, almost positively makes her a millennial.
I guess she has to be over 30, doesn't she?
No, 25.
The 25 representative?
Congress is 25.
Senate is 30.
Senate's 30.
President is 35.
35.
Okay.
But you get this moment of time, man. I mean, has she done 12 years in the state house? Like, is she term limited?
Stephanie Bice.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I can find out.
Or state senate.
Or yeah, state senate. Sorry.
Like, I just one of those. I'm curious if she's done 12 years. She's term limited.
Oklahoma State Senate, 2014.
See, so she's not even term limited yet.
Yeah. So if she loses, she's still
a state senator. Okay.
Well, is this an election year for her?
No, 14 because it's 4 years. 14, 18, 22.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
But you get this one more time. And I said this to somebody else during the primary because a lot of my friends like the other person that she got into a runoff with. I'm like, okay. Here's my issue with that. Conservatives, and I use that term lightly, because everybody uses that term now. Conservatives or millennials who lean conservative do not have any representation really in Congress. So if you're a millennial and you lean conservative, and you're more likely if you still buy the duopoly, you should be voting for conservatives around your age. At some point, you have to realize that 90% of Congress, legitimately, if they weren't in Congress, would be in a nursing home.
Yeah, actually.
90% of the Senate. Go look at the makeup of the Senate. It's all white guys. Go look at the makeup of Congress. It's all white guys. Mostly, yes. In the last couple of years, more women got elected than ever before.
Yeah.
However,
but they're still old white women.
A lot of them are still old. I mean, I don't agree with AOC on the color of the sky.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. However, at least a millennial got there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean,
it took out a pretty high-ranking Democrat to do it.
I want to say it's a big step forward, and it should be. I don't know if it is, though.
Well, and that's the problem. And I understand with age comes wisdom. But the people being affected right now the most by shutdowns and pandemics and economy tanking are people between 22 and 35. Because your 20s is where you're trying to struggle through. And everybody's always told me your 30s is where you got it. You figured out how the world works enough that you can go make some money. Your 30s and your 40s is where you make your money.
Yeah. Well,
this economy and this shutdown, and I don't think the shutdown's close to over because I don't care who wins, Trump or Biden, they're still going to keep pushing the shutdown. If Biden wins, they'll do it at the federal level. If Trump wins, all the governors who don't like him, look in Michigan, will keep doing it. And you're wrecking economies that is going to take a generation if you don't stop now to recover, which puts people like you and I, who are in that age group, at a disadvantage. I mean, I sell cars for a living now. The flip side of that is when you sell cars for a living, you know what you need? Customers that have money to spend to buy the car. So nobody buys a car. I don't make any money. I don't spend any money. It's the economy, stupid. There's never been such a more clear and present applicable phrase than that right there. Right now. It's the economy, stupid. So I don't know. What are you looking at now?
Sorry. I'm looking at Kinder Horn election numbers.
Oh. That's interesting.
I find this fascinating that in 2018, the Democrat runoff, or Democrat primary, and the Republican primary both had 78,960, and then there's less than four numbers difference.
Really?
Democrats had 78,966. The Republicans had 78,962.
To what?
And that's in their primary. They're not even related to each other. It ridiculous.
Somebody primaried Russell?
Yeah, Russell got 83.6%.
Oh, okay. I was like, somebody really primaried Russell?
There aren't two guys actually. There aren't even pictures on the ballot.
Wow. My ballot PD even has that picture.
I don't know if mine does.
Mine used to. Problem is my Ballotpedia doesn't include the 2 races I won.
And then you want the numbers for the Democrat runoff?
Yeah.
29,110.
Good Lord. There was actually a runoff?
Yes, because in the Democrat primary they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people running.
It was Kendra Horn and who else in the runoff?
Tom Guild.
Oh, I do remember that now.
Yeah. And in the general election for,
I was like, how much did Kendra Horn win by? It wasn't.
it was 50.7 to 49.3%.
Wow.
That's the general election for Oklahoma House District, or U.S. House Oklahoma District 5.
Wow.
And the final number of votes cast in the general election, 238,960.
I mean, I remember watching that. Obviously, it's election night. You know what we do on election nights.
It's a difference of about 3,000 or 4,000.
Yeah, it was close. The thing about this, I don't think Steve Russell cared he lost.
I don't think so. I didn't hear the story that you told. I heard that he basically just didn't do anything, and I didn't hear why. I just assumed that it was because he thought he had it made. But he didn't do anything and didn't spend any money, didn't do anything.
Yeah, no,
Which, if you want to lose an election, that's how you do it.
Well, I think it was total, like, from what I heard, it was total complacency. Yeah, if I win, I win. If I don't, I don't.
Yeah.
But, hey, whatever. Well,
surprise.
Surprise. I mean,
Now you represent.
Well, that might actually be a good, like, if Stephanie wins, it'll be a good thing he lost.
The good thing that Russell lost?
Yeah.
I think it already is a good thing that Russell lost. I'm not saying that Kendra Horn is great. I'm just saying I really didn't like Steve Russell that much.
I don't like him as a person. Didn't like a lot of his votes, but I like him as a person.
I didn't even like him as a person. I didn't think he was very genuine, but it's just me.
I can see that. Name a politician who you think is genuine.
I think Todd Hyde is actually kind of genuine.
Okay. Name a politician that's not a corporate. Like, name a politician of office.
Gary Jones.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
I actually really like Gary Jones as a person, and I did like a lot of what he did, just in general throughout his political career. He was an interesting guy.
Okay, so I can't remember her name now. Who took his spot?
Oh my goodness, Bird.
Yeah, Cindy.
Cindy Bird.
I really like Cindy, and then this whole thing with Epic, I'm just like, what is going on?
Yeah, the whole Epic thing. I don't know what's going on there. That's weird. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like it either. Quit going after charter schools. It worked.
And I realized the other day it has the potential to be reminiscent of the county commissioner thing in the 80s.
Yeah.
Because
if she's right.
Yeah. The thing is, it's not going to be as widespread as the county commissioner thing in the 80s.
Yeah. In case you didn't know this in Oklahoma, a bunch of county commissioners went to prison in the 80s.
Which probably needed to happen, but
I honestly bet you could go through and almost find the same thing over again right now nationwide.
Probably.
Because nobody pays attention to county commissioner seats.
I don't know if it's terrible. The really awkward part is you can actually see the print of that in Oklahoma politics for like the next 2 or 3 years, because the people involved in the prosecution of that lost all their races the next couple years.
Seriously?
Yeah. People were pissed.
Why?
Because county commissioners, most people love their county commissioners.
Huh. I didn't know that.
What does your county commissioner do? Nothing? Like, you don't know?
I don't know, I just moved.
They put gravel on your road.
I know, but I don't know, I just moved.
It's a big thing for people who live on dirt roads.
The other side of that is, if they're responsible for the potholes they filled in on my new road, they need to be fired.
Potholes on your new road? Is it paved?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like county commissioner. It could be, but it doesn't sound like it. Is it a highway?
No.
It might be county commissioner.
I was like, I'm pretty sure it is county commissioner.
Because I know it's not a municipal.
No. It's the thing I'm avoiding is municipalities at this point.
It might be your county commissioner. Which,
like, the potholes were softer before they got filled in.
I will say this: usually county commissioners, most of the ones that I've dealt with, they do a terrible job. But on the other hand, they don't have any money. Like they keep getting money stolen from them by the legislature. So
Oh yeah, that's why roads suck. In case you didn't know this.
Oklahoma can't keep their road conditions up because the legislature can't actually manage money. And it's not like there's not enough money there. It's like they steal out of important stuff and blow it. I mean, I really hate the Oklahoma legislature.
You just wanted to be a part of them.
I think I was just angry, which hasn't really changed.
So nothing's changed. You were 2 weeks away from the most consequential election in a lifetime. And it still just sucks. Like, I'm trying to find something good about it.
I love these ads where they're like, this is the most important election of our lifetime, and they show a picture of Donald Trump and Joe Biden, and I'm like, and this is what we got. Like,
You literally made the meme yourself. Like, you did.
Do you want to like put a picture of an orangutan in there too? Because that would be just perfect.
You know all I keep thinking about?
I guess Donald Trump is orange like an
Oh my god.
We hadn't thought about that.
You know what I keep thinking about though is a meme
orangutan.
that I saw.
Oh dear. Was this recently? Because I may have missed it.
No, it was in the group that got you banned from Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
And it said something, somebody shared it. The top was a Google search and it says, "What is the Federal Reserve?" And it's like 852. And then 905, it's, "Is it treason if we lose?"
Yeah.
Or is it treason if we win?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and this is why you got banned from Facebook.
They were memes for crying out
I
loud.
don't understand that at all. So I said there was grounds for a lawsuit there. The problem is that we had the money to sue them
Also true.
because you're going to take out Facebook.
I'm just glad I got my merch before it all got banned.
No joke. I understand the censoring thing.
Okay.
No, I understand they're doing it, and I understand that anybody that says Facebook, Twitter, whatever is not censoring certain things. That's a flat out lie. That's a flat out lie. But
I mean, there are some things that they don't censor that they should.
that's the thing. It's one of those. I honestly believe they censor both sides, just one a little more than the other.
Yeah.
It's not all
Yeah.
one-sided.
I'm not the things that I'm talking about that they should censor. It's not even political.
Yeah,
It's actually illegal stuff that you should not be able to put online.
The problem is, I know what you're talking about too. It gets covered up well enough that
Yeah.
you know what it is when you see it, but that it's not. If it got banned and it got taken to court, Facebook would lose because it's not.
Yeah.
It's not well enough defined. In case you don't know this, there's plenty of pedophile groups on Facebook. There's tons of them.
I mean, I reported a few pages that openly just declared that they were posting child pornography.
Yeah, like that's different.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of under the radar. You will never know what they really are unless you know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
That Facebook can't ban. And it's sick and disgusting. And I mean, morally reprehensible what some of these groups talk about in code, but Facebook can't ban it. Because they get sued over it and they lose.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're going to say. It's not clear.
Yeah, well, that's the argument Facebook would use, is that they can't ban it because then they get sued.
Yeah.
But
Meanwhile, you get political, and the problem is somebody's free speech in politics
Yeah.
can get twisted so easily into inciting violence.
Yeah.
And let's get honest here. There's a bunch of violence that's going on, that has been going on, and it's going to keep going on.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter who wins this election. It absolutely does not matter one bit who wins this election.
But it's the most important election of our lifetime.
Because it's going to keep, like...
Sorry.
A mutual friend of ours put on Facebook the other day that he hopes Trump wins and California secedes.
I didn't see this. We'll have to talk about it later.
Yeah, no shit. It was on Facebook.
Yeah. I don't see things on Facebook anymore.
And there was a big, 20, 30 comment thread of people going,
I'm tempted to actually agree with that.
well, it was one of those catch-22s of, will they really? Or really not? I don't think
They probably wouldn't.
They
I wish they would. Although their governor has been really.
Newsom's an idiot. I love LA, but Newsom's an idiot.
Some of his comments have been really nice.
That's disgusting.
He's been very assertive of California sovereignty.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
No.
In the big scheme of things, it means nothing.
Talk matters. Words matter.
Okay. You have studied history a little bit.
Okay.
Where are we right now in perspective of 1850 to 1861? Granted, things travel faster, things go faster.
I don't know if you can actually draw that parallel. I don't think there's a parallel there.
Really?
No.
I did.
I'm not saying that we're not setting up for another type of 1861.
Yeah.
But I don't think politically you can draw the same parallels.
I think you could, and this is why. The Libertarian Party is in position to become what the Republican Party became.
Maybe.
Because
I hope so, and that's a bold statement because the alternative is we're not in 1861. We're at the fall of the Roman Republic, and that's actually where I think we are. I think the two-party system is going to maintain.
I can see that.
Itself.
Yeah, I can see that.
And if it does, get ready for real violence.
Yeah, because you can't do.
And it's not going to be the Civil War stuff. It's going to be like people being murdered in the street.
It's already going on.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got a Trumper, Pop.
Yeah, it's going to get worse.
It's just you were like that's what I don't understand. Is going how has American society come to the point of, hey, let's shoot somebody in the street in the head with a firearm and kill them over the fact that they're supporting the sitting president of the United States. Love him or hate him, he's still the sitting president of the United States.
Yeah.
How are we to the point where that happens? The problem is equally on the other side, though. It's you had Trump supporters or certain people on the right saying the same thing when Barack Obama was president. So
yeah,
this is not a single-sided. They're the bad guys. We're the good guys. They both suck, and the more you buy into this side, your tribe or whatever, the more it turns into you can justify doing ridiculous shit because, well, it's my side. Why could they not just have nominated Tulsi Gabbard? Because she's not bought. That's why. Everybody else is bought and paid for, and it is the most annoying thing I have ever fight with. But I don't know. I don't know, man.
On that depressing note, are we done?
Yeah, I guess we are.
I really gotta use the bathroom.
2 more weeks.
I can't wait that long.
No. Screw Pythagorean.
Vote bold, vote gold. JoJo 2020. Please.
Just to maintain ballot access at this point.
Video on the massive shakes we did win.
Yeah. Hey, New Hampshire. If you're listening in New Hampshire, go vote for Judge Jorgensen.
One of the few places I might actually, I would not be surprised if they did.
On that note, fall for nothing, question everything, and be prepared for anything. Till Valhalla, guys. Bye.